We're gonna talk all about that. Rosie, all right, there we go. Make sure you blow your volume.
I did.
Was that me?
Yeah.
See, I'm stupid.
There we go. We don't gotta hear it. They just gotta hear us.
Yes,
Should I do it? Do I join?
Yeah,
Do you want to join?
Hop on in. I just followed you back. So, all right, we're good. Am I still echoing?
Hold on. There you go. That was me. I got it.
Oh, that was you? All right, bet. We live on Instagram. We live on YouTube. All right, ready? Let's go.
Big and listen.
My fault, Popeyes. You are not paying.
But you can. I do.
You can. What's poppin', people? Welcome back to another episode of Say Less. It's your boy Kaz.
Rosie.
Hey, my God. I feel like I did that the wrong way.
You did it.
You usually intro us.
Yeah, it's okay though.
You just started off.
I mean, fuck it.
It's better when you start it.
You're wearing. Listen, it's a
Are
very.
you mad at my turtleneck?
The turtleneck is giving. the turtleneck is very. I'm in charge today.
No, here's the thing, right? Once we started like sitting upright for our episodes and stuff, like
you felt like you had to wear a turtleneck.
I feel like I had to be a little bit more professional now. Like every other thing I do, I'm like sitting on the couch.
I feel like Diddy wears turtlenecks.
Oh, wow. Speaking of Diddy. Speaking of Diddy. All right.
You got your Diddy neck on. Hey, yo.
Anyway.
Should we swap seats?
I know
I just want to keep you safe.
Oh.
Unbelievable.
You could protect me. You could.
Unbelievable. Guys, I know you hear a third voice in here. That is the voice of the one and only Peter Scalletar in the building. Thanks, no, it's Peter Scalletar. Pull it up. Now, Peter Scalletar is a legendary director in his own right. He's always been a part of the culture, especially when it comes to bringing stories within it into the big screen, small screen, notably the Nas documentary, notably Starting Five. I want to talk about Starting Five before we get into the Puff stuff because
Let's do it.
There was news that broke. Well, first off, I just want to preface it. Massive fan of the show.
Thank you.
Massive fan of the show. Like both seasons. After every season, I'm always like, all right, who's the best next five they can put together?
I haven't gotten to season 2. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Man, let's see. Well, let me tell you.
I'm getting there.
That's what.
Well, that's the issue, right? So,
I'm getting there.
So Starting Five was unceremoniously, I guess, announced that it wasn't coming back next year.
Yeah.
And I was shocked because I thought it was like something that was like an NBA, or it's gonna be like an NBA staple, like the way like quarterback was for NFL and like all these things. And every year you're thinking like, even like while Tyrese Haliburton and the Pacers were like doing what they did to my Knicks, as mad as I was,
You had to bring that up.
as mad as I was like, I can't wait to see this on Starting Five because it's like I knew, in the beginning of the season who they're following.
Right.
So like as the playoffs go on, you kind of get an idea of like, oh man, how's it gonna look? And again, great work this year, but I found out it wasn't coming back. I was kind of shocked. I'm sure not more shocked than you was, but
Yeah.
How much can you talk about as far as like
I think,
why didn't renew?
I think Netflix went all in on these sports access shows, quarterbacks, wide receiver, Drive to Survive, Match
Untold,
Point.
WWE.
Yeah, there's like the golf one, there's the tennis one.
Yeah.
I don't know. My guess is the market just got oversaturated.
Yeah.
Right? It's just like
You think
too much.
I mean, I hear you on that. Like I felt away because it's like the next couple of seasons we hear about all of these massive NBA, streaming deals and how to watch basketball and how to keep people interested in the game. And like before all that, the biggest thing I was saying is like, man, I'd pay an extra subscription price a month just to hear what these guys are talking about on the court, to hear about the rivalries, the back and forth. And Starting Five did a lot of that.
Yeah.
But do you think like the timing of it might have had to do with why it probably didn't?
I think it's timing. I think there's so many things. What you saw today, Netflix bought Warner Brothers.
Yeah.
There's so much business happening behind the scenes that we're not privy to. Because I don't think it's a reflection of the show not being good. Like I stand by the show's the best of all these access shows. So I feel confident in that. So, it's things that are beyond us.
Yeah.
but it's a bummer because as a hoops fan, you're
Dog,
like,
I
want to
was
see it.
upset,
see
bro.
more.
I was upset because it's like, the first season I thought was incredible. Like the Anthony Davis, LeBron James dynamic was like made for TV. You know what I mean? Even with Tatum and all that stuff, it kind of felt like, all right. So in your opinion, which of the 10 players that you've got to like follow throughout the first like 2 seasons, or I guess the only 10 seasons, of those 10 players, who was the most interesting to follow in your opinion?
I mean,
I feel like it's a 2-horse race.
I can make a
I was gonna
different
say,
argument.
can we guess and you tell us which one's right?
So we got Domantas Sabonis. I think we got Anthony Edwards, LeBron James, James Harden, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Kevin Durant, Tyrese Haliburton, Jayson Tatum. There's 2 more I'm missing. Who's
Jaylen Brown.
Jaylen Brown. Oh my
yes.
gosh.
He came in later in season 1, so.
Wait, now who are we forgetting?
Not.
Wait, how can I?
I'm like, you can't forget it. There's one more that I'm forgetting. Oh my god.
You said Anthony Edwards.
Gosh, Marvin, who we got? You don't know?
How can I not know?
All right, we'll go from the top again. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, LeBron James, Anthony Edwards, Kevin Durant, James Harden, Domantas Sabonis, Tyrese Haliburton.
LeBron James.
I said LeBron James. Jaylen Brown, Jayson Tatum. Was it Devin Booker? It wasn't Devin Booker.
Wait, what is wrong? What is wrong? Because we're mixing up the seasons, so it's like my brain isn't connecting. I just got off the plane.
All right, so season 1, I definitely know.
Season 1, Bron, Sabonis, and Jimmy Butler.
Oh my God!
That's what I was gonna say.
My bad, Jimmy. Yeah.
And that's what I was gonna say is my number 1.
Okay.
Oh no!
See, that was the brain line. All right, so what was it like following Jimmy around?
Jimmy's just like the most
interesting cat.
He's the most interesting, the side quest king, like, but he's also so personable and like welcoming.
Yeah.
And so that made it feel like we don't have to like walk on eggshells. We don't have to be scared. It's just like come into the crib and let's film and like.
Right.
And he made it easy, made it comfortable for us, which is certainly not his job to do. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's just like you just want to know. You're like, what are you getting into? Who is going to show up at the crib today? Because there'd be just people coming through, and there'd be people coming through like different musical artists, different soccer players, different like
coffee beans.
People
makers.
just
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's like it was a really interesting place where you really like. I wanted to be like, all right, let's stop filming. I just want to like post up here and hang out and like see what's gonna happen next.
Yeah. I mean, it feels like there's definitely like a, I don't want to say a line, but like when you're given that access into someone's life, especially a professional athlete who's like in, the man in the arena currently, you know what I'm saying, who like every night still has to go out there and be in front of tens of thousands of people, but getting that access to like those small intimate details like of their life, like was it ever really challenging to sort of like know when to like push for more content to kind of let somebody ease out and have like the whole process that they go through as an athlete play out, or where was that line for you?
I think there's an unsaid language where you know it's like, all right, it's time to turn the cameras off.
Right.
And there's moments when you can like give a little push, like, can we stick around a little longer?
Right.
What's happening next? Mm-hmm. But you also want to be respectful of their time and space, and we're filming from October till end of June, so you don't want to have a moment in October, November that like pisses someone off, and then kind of sets you for the next 6 months to be like not welcome.
Or uncomfortable.
So a lot of it is relationship building and trust, and we had an amazing team out there like Sammy Khan, Susan Ansman, Trish Williams. And Rob Ford, who were all out in the field with them and like built that relationship, and that goes a long way to get in. Yeah.
It kind of feels like, from the outside looking in, again, it seems like there was a hierarchy of people who were like prepared for the cameras. Like when they came in, like they knew we are getting you some content today. And I think at the very top of that list is 3 people. You can tell me if I'm wrong.
Let's hear.
Kevin Durant, LeBron James, Anthony Edwards.
Yeah, I mean those three are like you don't have to do anything. You just, because as a fan, not as a fan. Once the camera's on them, you just want to. You're just locked in.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And whatever they do or say feels like tell
compelling.
Me more, tell me
Yeah.
more.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm in. And so, I mean, Ant is like electric.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, whatever your feelings are about him and off the court stuff, whatever. But like on camera and like that smile, and it's just like
he has massive charisma.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask. So wait, I got two questions. One, I wanted to know, how did you choose the players that you guys kind of wanted to follow? Was there like?
So you know, it's LeBron's company that was
Okay.
made the show. So LeBron was like locked in from the start.
From the jump.
So it's like, where do you go from there? Like we've got the,
That was when it started with. I was like, all right, you starting with LeBron?
Yeah, you got the GOAT. So
Yeah.
okay, what is the right balance of who else to follow? It's a mix, you know. It's like everybody that works on the show, we're all basketball fans, right? So it becomes its own podcast. Our morning Zooms are like its own podcast, and just like everyone talking shit, and everyone pitching who they think is the right person. But it's a combination of people reaching out to us saying they want to be involved. Some of it is agents reaching out saying we want our client involved.
Was it more like that in season 2? Like after season 1 happened, were there more lobbying to be like, yo, I gotta be in this?
Yeah, definitely. There was definitely people who were reaching out, and there were people that we went out to that said no.
I was about to say, who turned it down? Who made the cutting room floor?
I don't know if I'm allowed to say, but I can say I was excited.
I was personally hurt that there were no Knicks that were chosen for any members of starting 5.
They might be the ones that turned it down.
Am I correct in that assumption?
I was excited to pursue a Knick.
I figured,
Well, I could probably guess who that was.
And he said he wanted to just like, he was super great about it and super interested, but like wanted to just stay focused on the season.
Can we guess? I think I know who that is.
That's my captain. No disrespect. I love it.
That was my second question. I was gonna say, was there anyone that couldn't make it aside from him that you were like
that you wanted that didn't turn it down?
Like
who didn't get the last?
I don't know. I don't know like where the conversations went exactly, but there's definitely people like Luka and Joker who you're like, I'm curious.
Yeah.
I want to know. It would be fun to have them on the show because you're just like, you want to know more about them. And I don't know where conversations went, whether they didn't want to do it, whether we didn't go. Like, I don't know exactly, but those are two guys that I'd be interested in.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Ja.
I was surprised he wasn't on it.
Yeah.
You know,
I was really
I'll be
surprised.
honest, yo.
But I kind of don't. I think I don't want to know.
Kind of a good thing Ja didn't do it. I was like,
I kind of think it was for the best.
Yeah, he needed to sit down just for a little bit. If you got to wave a magic wand, and there was a season 3 of Starting 5, what would your Starting 5 be?
I've been asked this a couple times, and Wemby's number one. Wemby's number one because, like, how often do you get to make a show about an alien?
Yeah, a European alien at that, right? Like, it's insane.
Man, he's really my number one. I mean, I'd be all over the place because I'd say Cooper Flagg.
Yeah, I think.
My weird one this season would be Derek Queen because I'm just fascinated by that dude.
Love his personality. He's like made for like superstardom. Yeah. Do you think a guy like Jokic would be good in it because he's so like?
That's why I don't know. But I feel like once we're in, we could make it great. That was my thought. I was like, of all the people that I want to know more about, it's this guy. Like, he's, you know, maybe not in the Kawhi sense, but like he definitely has this sort of like shelteredness from like the NBA lifestyle, and he's like quite clearly the best basketball player on earth. And it's just like, how does this guy live? Like, what does he do on a day-to-day basis to separate himself so much from all of this? And because it seems like he doesn't care, but he still goes out and busts everyone's ass.
Right, puts up like 40, 20, and 30 or something like that.
Do you think that he lands in the GOAT conversation at some point?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I've been saying this for the past 2 seasons. I said if Jokic, because you got to think about it. You think of big men, first off. You think of MVPs and how long your MVP window has been open. It's already kind of longer than what Shaq's was, right? And Shaq is, when you think of just like great centers, like Shaq is just, you don't even, most dominant ever. It's not even a debate question, anything like that.
All right, how do I get in this live? Because I need my guys.
Let's get on this live then.
Yeah.
Like,
how do I get in there?
All right, so
Kazeem
we'll add
frozen.
you. Oh, I'm frozen? Oh, shit. Okay, we'll back in there. Just add the request. Yo, guys, if you're watching us live, of course, you can always chat in on our YouTube or youtube.com/Kazeem, my Instagram page, Rosie's Instagram page, our TikTok, all that type of stuff. But yeah, man, insane.
How do I get in the live?
You know what? I'll
have
invite
Kaz's?
you. Yeah. I'll
So
just
go to his
added you
page
back.
and then request it.
All right. Yeah, so we'll
Celeste
add that
page
real quick.
or Kaz's
My
personal?
page or Rosie's page, yeah. So we can get some folks. We can get some folks directly from your IG, so we can get some real time questions. But just to continue on that conversation, I think Jokic would have been dope. I think Wemby would have been dope.
I'm curious of like, I feel like he lives on a farm.
Oh, for sure.
I feel like he goes home and he just like takes his shoes off,
He just wants to like run with his horses.
puts his
and all
little
that type
cut
of
off
stuff.
shorts on, and just disconnects. I feel like he doesn't even watch basketball
Nah, man.
or ESPN.
But here's the thing, like maybe it's just all just a ruse. Like maybe he just like pretends to like really not care about the game. But
think
like,
he really
but when he goes home,
doesn't.
he's an absolute fucking maniac, like Kobe level psycho,
Oh,
just
man.
like obsessing over every detail. That would be the funny part.
If you had to do a football version, who would be your starting 5?
I gotta be honest.
Yeah.
I don't watch football.
See, real man right
Okay,
there.
okay.
I watch football through my cell phone, through my parlays and my fantasy team.
Yeah.
All right, and Red Zone.
That's it.
Real football, that's for you guys. Obviously not just basketball with you, man. You've been instrumental in so many. I'm gonna add you. I'm gonna end this room and then add another one real quick, just so everybody's on there live, and we can edit this, bro.
Sorry.
But no, there you
Slow
go.
us down.
Obviously, you've done tons of work within the culture. You directed the Freaknik produced the Freaknik documentary.
P. Frank. P. Frank directed that.
Okay, shout out to P. Frank.
Yeah.
Directing though, you did work with Nas.
Yeah, we
on
made a
the
Supreme
Supreme Team
Team.
doc.
Oh,
Of Mikes and Men with Wu-Tang, I want to say as well.
That was Sasha Jenkins directed that.
Now, obviously, in the time where you see, I grew up on magazines. I grew up on, VH1 specials and making the video and having all this access to like cultural stories and cultural moments within music and hip hop. And it feels like we've lost that sort of appointment television in lieu of, well, everyone's on the internet now, everyone's on streaming now, like everybody's sort of living, these hip hop stories in real time. We don't really know when to sort of like start to encapsulate it and be like, all right, here's an era we're going to talk about.
Right.
Here's some, here's some important people we're going to talk about. And I feel like what you do is massively important to sort of like crystallizing those eras. In your opinion, man, as somebody who sort of grew up in like a traditional like hip hop media sense, how does that affect the way you approach like either producing or directing a lot of these hip hop stories?
Well, I take a lot of. Sorry, let me turn my brain on.
No, you're good.
I understand that I am an immigrant in telling a hip hop story, right? So like, I had to take it very seriously and think about, how to effectively tell the story and embrace it in its realest and truest and most authentic form. Mm-hmm. And so I think being consistently aware that as much as I'm like, I'm down, but like it's not my story to tell, right? So how can I facilitate helping to tell a story, someone else's story that really feels like it's coming from them and not like I'm putting my finger on it.
Right.
And so it's, so there's a dance with that of making sure it doesn't feel like it is the whitewashed version of a story. Like what? How am I just like a vessel to like draw it out?
I feel like there's a lot of collaboration that needs to happen with these artists, and it probably takes a ton of time to sit with a Nas or sit with members of Wu-Tang or any of these artists that you've worked with to truly get their specific point of view. Is it like a trust that you sort of got to gain with them to be able to tell it, and vice versa? Or?
Yeah, no, I mean, it's the same with the starting five, right? It's like in any of these situations, you want to build a relationship, you want to build trust, and because that will allow whoever the subject is to be their most authentic self and trust you and tell you the things that maybe they haven't told other people, or really just like let their guard down, especially now when everyone is so used to having a camera in their face, a mic in their face, and they have their like go-to answers. And it's like, we've seen the go-to answers. I have your Instagram. I saw your whatever. Yeah. Like, what's the part that we don't know, and how do we get there? So that's the biggest challenge.
Man, so it's definitely a challenge when you're with an artist, right, and with the subject matter. But I think what's interesting about having you here today is because I feel like another hip hop documentary came out this week that I think we all watched.
I didn't hear about it.
And you know, for obvious reasons, the subject matter probably won't be reached for comment about it, but obviously, you know, this Diddy, the Sean Combs Reckoning documentary on Netflix. Yeah, play the cutest scary music.
Yeah. No, shout out to that tweet that was like, I feel like Diddy thought he was going to get away from this, so he was documenting everything to release the documentary, and then he probably didn't pay somebody, and they sold it to 50.
Oh, 1,000%, that's what happened.
That is exactly what happened. Because why
was
he okay with being just recorded?
I mean, you got
4 days before.
And he was doing a countdown, so I think he thought he was just going to be...
He knew it was going to either end up on Revolt TV, have some great content, or be able to sell to somebody. I mean, like, listen, he's somebody who has moved with a level of arrogance that he probably had every right to believe this would be another thing he could sort of skate by on. But I don't know, man. Like, there was something about seeing whatever you think about 50 and Puff's, rivalry, baby mothers, all that type of stuff. Whatever you think about all this, just looking at
put that aside.
4 parts from front to back, all these things that just has always followed Puff throughout his entire, life of being in the public eye. What other conclusion are you supposed to come to at the end of it except like, yo, this guy is bugged the fuck out. Like, insane. Like, I gotta ask you, man, there was so many questions about just how the footage is obtained. Like, how 50 even got his hands on such intimate, like, life detail. Like, he's looking outside the window and there's cops on the other side of the building scoping his building.
It says it at the beginning, like, Diddy had hired that crew to film these few days in New York. I don't think he knew he was gonna get arrested. I don't think he thought that was gonna happen. Like you said, I think he was just gonna make a documentary, sell it, do his own version.
Yeah.
Because I know he's been filming his life since the 90s.
Yeah.
Like, so for that purpose, I'm sure there's, at some point, there could be some other doc that would follow his whole story from the 90s on.
Yeah, that's one thing I do know about him. Like, he's not know about him, but like one thing I've read about him is that like he documents everything. Even in these court cases, they're talking about how he would always videotape stuff. And
I wonder if them videographers got paid.
Man, listen. Who knows? Who knows who got paid? Who knows who got killed? Give me as a director, as somebody who's made these documentaries.
Yeah.
I need.
He's sitting like this. Give me.
Nah, I need.
With the turtleneck is just go.
I need your bullshit detector. Like, okay. I need to know, like, smelling through it, watching it for as much as you watched it. Like,
yeah.
I need to know what you could sniff out immediately that was either sensationalized, like I'm a director, I got to make some cool documentary shit, or like, that seems like pretty realistic, or that's bullshit.
I don't know. I mean, shout out Alex Stapleton. She killed it. Yeah, like, because there have been these other Puff docs that have been more sensationalized and whatever. This just felt like some real journalistic filmmaking.
Yeah.
It's hard. The one thing, which is always the case in any of these, is like, do want to like wish you could hear from him, right? How how amazing would it be if he was sat down for an interview to talk about it? But like,
it's gonna be bullshit.
What's he gonna say at this point? I mean, woof. I don't know. I think they did an amazing job putting all these pieces together, getting their hands on the footage. Like, that's
getting
a whole.
People to talk.
That's a whole.
It's the people that show up in it. Like, obviously, you've been around it for a while. Like, there's names that may not be like to the general public, like names that stand out, but like just working in hip hop media and just like seeing certain folks around, like the fact that they were willing to get on the record.
That's how real. That's how real it is.
That's how I was like, oh yeah, this. I believe a high majority of this stuff. Like, these are people that I've seen them around certain, around Puff.
So
like,
if we had to do like on both ends, if we had to do like a 5 mic situation,
how many mics?
How many cameras? How many film cameras we giving it? How many film cameras we giving the film? You as a fan and you as an actual director, filmmaker.
Shit, as an entertaining piece of content, it got all 5. I watched the first 30 minutes. I'm like, I can't. I have to sit and watch this whole thing now. I have to see it through. I got to see it through.
Yes.
And it just keeps leaving you more like with your jaw on the floor, because you're like, it wasn't terribly hit. Like, it wasn't like so much like all this was new information.
It wasn't, but it was just comfortable.
The way it was presented. That's what I'm saying. Like, as a person consuming it, I'm like, whether it's true or not, this is incredible to watch and entertaining, and I'm gonna watch the whole thing.
That's what I was thinking.
More fucked up than this.
Yeah.
Yes,
it can.
The levels of fucked up just kept escalating throughout the entire episode.
Second episode, spoiler alert, the Pac episode, right? First of all, if you know me, you know I love Pac, so I was already upset. Like you said, I was like, yeah, it's fucked up. This is crazy. At the end of that, when you had the dude who was hired to kill Pac tell the story about how they killed him, and then they were in the corner just chilling while the ambulance brought him out, they're laughing. I'm like, this is fucked up.
It's wild, yo.
So wild.
It's wild.
So how many?
Oh, I would say I'll give it 4.5 cameras.
4.5 cameras.
You gotta leave a half just for something comes.
Just because there could have been
something
else.
You gotta give him something to strive for. You gotta give him something to strive for. Absolutely.
What were you gonna say?
Okay, this is so that footage. There's that old footage of Pac and Big at that table. There's them freestyling. There's there.
Yes.
Yeah.
And something I noticed in watching this that I'd never seen before, because the way they present it is like, Puff kind of had Big come out to be this like counter to the West Coast gangster rap, and we all know that Pac is like, first of all, from like the East Coast, right? And like went to like art school in Baltimore and all this stuff. And you see them sitting at this table, and you see Pac. There's like this moment, Pac looking at Big, like kind of in this like envious way, like he's like, oh, maybe Big is the real thing that I've been like kind of pretending to be. It's a crazy. It was like this little thing that I was watching.
Well, I remember that clip.
Yeah. Look at it again and look at the way Pac looks at him. It's like there's some...
But also, they were freestyling. They were going back and forth.
Yeah.
So maybe Pac was just trying to think of his next...
Maybe.
His next, like, freestyle or rap or rebuttal. I'm not sure.
But
because I remember they were going back and forth.
Like... Yeah, it was like... It was almost like Big was there to counter what Pac was sort of cosplaying, pretending to be, but then that made Pac double down to like become it even more. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, like, you gotta understand, this is what, maybe a couple years after Digital Underground, I want to say. Like, he was still pretty not, I wouldn't even say a couple years, maybe like a couple months after Digital Underground. So, like, if you're seeing Big for the first time and he's not camera friendly, like he's fat, black, ugly as ever, however, you know what I mean? Like, all this shit that he said is him.
Down to the socks.
So, like, if you're a Pac and you're trying to get into that life, you're probably, I understand what you're saying. He's probably looking at him like, oh man, this is the guy who's the real deal.
This is the real deal.
This is who I'm trying to be.
Yeah.
You know,
which brings me to that. You guys remember that picture? It was like a picture of Pac, and then Diddy was in the front with like a hat on. I think it was like Diddy's birthday. Yeah. Pac looked pissed off in that photo, and
he was like a little bit to the side.
He was like this, but he was pissed, and I'm like, I would love to know what made him have that.
But here's the thing: we don't even know
if he was pissed off.
If he was pissed or not. It's just like we have.
Could just be his face.
We all have like the benefit of hindsight now, just being able to look back at it like 30 plus years later, and just see like the entire aftermath of like what was to come, what was to happen, like how young these guys were. These are all like 20-something year olds.
Yeah, heartbreaking.
Like we always think it was just like some, you know, I guess since we were kids when it happened, like some grown adults, but like now you think about it at being like 20-something years old, going through everything that they were going through without necessarily like a blueprint of what like this entire industry is based off of on how to conduct yourself. Like, it is a mind fuck of a documentary to really put yourself back into those shoes.
It's a mind fuck to find out Diddy is everything he tried to say Suge Knight was. Or like that whole portrayal of Suge Knight was.
I think they were both kind of the same.
I think Suge was too real to be like sneaky about stuff. You know what I'm saying? Even though like the guy said that Suge saw him and they knew him since they were 7.
Yeah.
And they asked Suge like, if you knew who it was, would you say something? He's like, absolutely not.
Yeah.
So I'm like, he's just too real. Diddy was just sneaky, like getting him shot, all that, keeping Biggie in town. Like hearing all these stories, I'm like, you are evil.
Diabolical.
It is
you are evil.
There's no other way you can like watch that and not feel like, goddamn, like you think of every single Puff story you've ever heard throughout the industry, right?
Evil.
Like every single one, like people not getting their masters, people not getting, you know, on crazy record deals and like all this stuff. Like nobody, all the stupid old like barbershop arguments and old wives' tales that we always have about Puff and the industry. Like a lot of it is like there's some truth to almost all of those debates where it's like
evil, man.
Nobody could outshine Puff. Like he really wanted to be the star. Like we would just laugh about it, but it was like,
because I'm like, why are you dancing in the videos?
All up in the videos,
why
dancing.
are you all up in the videos?
Like,
you're the producer.
Why are you all up in the videos? It's a real question. It's like,
how did you guys feel when you heard the story about how he basically ripped off the I Get Around video?
Yeah. Like
to see it unfold when they were telling the story, like, you know, he saw Tupac's video, he heard Tupac, and he said he wanted all that. And then you see the Hypnotized video. And it's like exactly like the Tupac video.
I mean, that's what, I'd rather you answer it as well, but like it kind of felt like from the outside looking in, that's where the culture was going, right? Like it was going to who's getting the most money, who's got the most flashiness and stuff like that. But it's weird to see it now because growing up, everybody knew Puffy would just copy people and just, you know what I mean?
It was kind of corny. It is kind of corny. But like, let's be real. Like even at his height, I always thought it was kind of corny.
Yeah,
but but Big legitimized him. But it's still kind of corny.
Like nobody looked at him as like in the time where Puff ushered in an era where the only thing that matters was the person who made the most money in hip hop. I think that's what he's always going to be ultimately known for. I think before Puff, before Bad Boy, before big, shiny hip hop record labels and all that type of stuff, like there was still a very big emphasis on like who's the nicest or who could make the dopest records and stuff like that, like the actual elements of the stuff. And writing had a lot to do with that, you know what I'm saying? So no matter how much of a big record Puff had as like a hit maker, he never really got the respect of real MCs because we all, don't worry if I write rhymes, I write checks. Like we all know that was because nobody truly respected him as an artist.
Right.
Like he was just a guy who would find dope dudes to write for him, and he was famous enough to make it pop. And we all kind of was just like, it's Puffy.
Who was the writer that was on the documentary?
Mark Curry. And Lil Rod.
When he was mimicking
the Godzilla joint. Yeah.
That shit was hilarious.
It was a fraud, yeah.
I'm like, we all knew this about Diddy though, but to like, I guess to hear the actual stories and how it went down, I guess in these people's head, or how it really went down, we don't know. It kind of just solidified everything.
It all checks out.
It's crazy.
What do you think? Because it also speaks to like, I don't want to start conflating things or get into trouble with anything I say, but like,
mark this just in case.
You look at Puff, you look at Russell Simmons, like you look at these guys that got to this level, and it's like there is a certain like personality trait that they all have, which is like
the God syndrome.
The God syndrome, but that and like this this drive, this God syndrome, this thing and because I remember. I don't know if we can talk about this.
You could,
Well, whatever. But you see, you see it. You just see, when you're in the presence of Puff, when you're in the presence of Russell, they're different.
You're gonna say Kanye?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Sure.
Well, him too.
Him too.
Yeah.
Him too.
Definitely. There's the one thing that I've definitely learned through seeing, we're all hip hop kids and guys like Russell Simmons, Puffy, even Ye to a lesser extent, all these guys are sort of they were all sort of symbols of excellence within the culture, right? When people thought of wealthy black men in entertainment, these were the gold standards of people we thought of. And I think the one thing I have learned in seeing a lot of their downfalls is, one, it could happen to anybody, you know what I mean? And two, there is a line that I think most people are not willing to cross as far as being able to achieve power and success. I think when we were younger, we sort of romanticized the can't stop, won't stop, and get it by any means, and da 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 sort of mantra of the hustle life. And that sounds good in Instagram quotes and rap lyrics and all that type of stuff, but these are just two examples of real consequences of people who really think that you can never need to be held accountable for any actions, that your stuff never affects anybody else because at the end of the day, I won and I got the top spot and XYZ. Nah, man, there is going to be a reckoning on you one day, no matter how big you get.
I mean, it's also, it's all these leaders of, Elon Musk fits in this conversation. It's a certain thing. Okay, you want to be a billionaire? It seems like you just have to be an asshole.
Yeah, or at least it's a part of the job description. To be a billionaire.
Yeah, I consider it a little delusion mixed with determination, where it's they have a level of delusion, but they're determined to make it a reality.
Yeah.
Because that's how I look at Puff and Russell and Kanye
and you understand why it's admirable when you're younger. You know what I mean? When you're younger, it's just it's easy to get behind. It's why they're so charismatic. It's why you get
then you grow up and you're you didn't have to do it like that. Shit. Hold on.
Exactly.
Wait.
It's at some point, one of your boys had to step in and be oh, somebody that loved you.
Somebody.
We're all probably the age where we kind of remember vaguely Biggie's death and how we looked at Puff as this angel for the funeral and the song, and it's Biggie paid for his own funeral.
Now, okay, all right. Now they did the Biggie family, the Biggie estate did come out and make a statement and said that was false. And
that was false?
Yeah, that was false. They said that never happened. They said they came out and they were all over the financials. I think Puff did pay for it.
So he didn't try to change his contract either? Old boy
I
said?
don't know about that, but the paying for the funeral, that I can confirm was debunked by Big's family.
I don't know,
because
I wonder if it's still it's not like
but it's
it's check, but it's money that was
in the back end.
Which is why it's I understand you coming out and clearing it up, but it's numbers could be fudged.
He could have still,
knowing how
he worked.
Yeah. You could always do funny money, especially with somebody like that. So it's just
that just changes the whole him dancing to the song and coming out with Sting.
I felt bad for Puff. I remember watching that. I remember him watching that interview with him. I think it was either
you really capitalizing off this death?
It was either Sway or Kurt Loder or somebody like that. When
Probably
he was sitting there and he was oh man,
Oh, Kurt Loder.
Yeah, I think it was Kurt Loder, and I just remember just how soft-spoken he was when he was talking, and I felt that. I was a kid. I felt bad for him. Damn, his best friend.
And now you're looking at
both, but it's probably both things. I believe both things are true.
Yeah.
Hold on. Explain.
Do you want to finish what you're
No, explain. You believe both things
I believe that he was diabolical, but I also believe that he's sad about his friend.
Yeah, I think
both things.
I don't.
I think.
You think it is
I think he used that to manipulate all of us to feel bad for him and to capitalize off his new record that he did with his wife and Sting.
And the Rolling Stone cover. The Rolling Stone cover.
I believe that was all strategic because at the end of the day, he's the one that kept Big. If the stories are true. In LA.
In my opinion, I don't think he people are
Like,
trying to put together that he had Biggie killed. I don't think he had Biggie killed.
I don't think he did, but I think that
I think his arrogance probably didn't put him in the best position.
I think keeping him around and out in the streets knowing they had beef got him killed.
Like, I think that day was the day he found out, oh, this shit is real for real. Like, I think there was probably still a little bit of like childlike innocence and, you know.
Well, his friend said it best when he was like, he just wanted to have a party on enemy turf.
Yeah.
And show them something, and it turned out wrong. And I'm like,
I don't even want to say childlike innocence. That sounds like I'm giving him too much credit. But I definitely think he was. The common thread throughout all this is like sometimes there's a lack of attention to detail, lack of care. Like the whole city college thing, like that was a lack of. It seems just like a lack of care to a detail that is major, that affects so many people. You know what I mean? And it's like the way it was presented. I'm not saying whether it's right or wrong. I'm saying in the documentary, the way it was presented. Gotta preface
here comes Bill Cosby.
Gotta preface that shit. You know what I mean? Like the way it was presented, it was like, yo, you let your hubris get him killed.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
like,
there you go.
You let your hubris get him killed, and like you may not have pulled the trigger, but like.
But you put him in a place.
You put him in a position where somebody made it very easy
I
to.
agree with that.
You know what I mean? So it's like, you gotta remember to cite the source about this. But like, yeah, like clearly 50 hates this nigga. But at the same time, like,
and a lot of people who are talking in the doc dislike him as well.
Hate him a lot as well. We do gotta remember to cite the source here.
After the documentary, obviously I spiraled, and he has over 100 cases open. 77 are pending. So to me, just logically as a human, I'm like, they all can't be lying.
I'm like, yo.
And these are the only people that actually like took the shot and the chance and had the nerve to file against him. Think about all the people that haven't. Like, I'm like, they can't all be lying.
You saw one on tape with Aubrey O'Day. They're reading what happened to her.
And she's like, no.
And she's like, did that happen to me? Even if it did happen, I don't even want to know. Like, and how many people are just like that?
But I will say this, like, I don't know if you guys have been through this. Sometimes there's something that happens, whether it's traumatic or you were just drunk and you don't really remember if it really happened, and you try to push it so far out of your memory that it seems like a dream.
Yeah, especially if
somebody's... Wait, did that happen or did I...
Especially if somebody's handing it to you on camera with all these lights on you.
And 20 years later, 30 years later, I mean...
Yeah.
Listen, that Justin and him story, going into the closet and shooting, that's all I had to... I mean, I was over the documentary in the first episode, but when I heard that, I'm like, you're not even a good father? Like, you're doing this with your kids?
Well...
they didn't even dabble into the Kim Porter theories.
No.
They didn't even get... That's a whole nother episode. They didn't even... You thought I was going to bring that up?
Nah, I mean...
They didn't even... Think about how many people around Diddy have died except him.
Yeah.
That is...
Twitter's been amazing about it.
I mean, good lord, like I hate that. I hate that they just like skimmed over the "I'll be sure of it" too, right? Like we're just all looking at this man's son. I'm like, really? We're not.
The "I'll be sure." Like, first of all, when they show pictures of "I'll be sure," I'm like, that is Quincy number one.
Yeah, I'm
Quincy,
like, bro,
go be with your daddy.
What are we doing? You know, but it's just, it's a heavy documentary, and if you haven't got to see it yet, please.
It pissed me off. I was like, he don't have enough months.
Make sure you go see that.
Months.
They did a phenomenal job. I'm sure this ain't gonna be the last we hear of it. I'm sure it's gonna be lots of fallout.
More.
This is like the most fallout I've seen from a music doc since like the R. Kelly documentary.
Oh well, wait, to lighten the mood.
Speaking of R. Kelly.
Wait,
like,
no.
Speaking of man kills.
No, to lighten the mood, because we have a filmmaker. Another amazing documentary I watched was Eddie Murphy.
Yeah.
Did you watch it?
Okay, I watched that. Yeah.
You watched it?
It felt like
oh my God!
It felt like a dollar menu.
What?
It felt like a dollar menu.
Why?
It felt like a value meal, bro. Like they gave you just what you needed, like the basics. But it wasn't no full. It's a credit to Eddie though. Like Eddie is such a.
All right, so I will say now that you said it that way, you're not gonna change my opinion. I loved it.
It was great. I loved it.
But I think it was a great intro. It needed probably like some more episodes.
Yeah, you want to get.
I wanted him to dig into it.
Like,
yeah.
You so rarely see Eddie do anything. So that's part.
That's probably all they got from him.
That part is like, oh wow, oh like
even
whatever.
To see his house, I was just like, first of all, Eddie. Why do you live in a museum?
It seemed like that was probably like taped in one day. It's like, yo, we got Eddie for 8 hours. We're gonna tape him, and then we're just gonna do the best we can with what we got. You know what I mean?
But still, it's exciting. It's exciting. I understand what you mean. It's like it's still exciting to see him.
Because I forgot how amazing and how much stuff Eddie has done, and that he still hasn't won an Oscar. It kind of pissed me off.
He don't need an Oscar. Eddie's the type of person where it's like an Oscar will never need to validate him. Like
I know, but I kind of feel upset that they didn't acknowledge him.
They'll throw him like one of them honorary joints.
Oh, Lifetime Achievement Award.
Lifetime Achievement Awards. It's like, bro. You give it
That's fucked up because it's true.
When you give somebody like Eddie Murphy a Lifetime Achievement Award Oscar, it just invalidates everything about your award. It says, we know you're a genius. We never really gave you anything in your prime. But for the collective work, here you go.
I just forgot. I know it sounds silly to say, but because, when Eddie was in his prime, we were all young. We were babies. We were babies, actually. When Ron Delirious came out, I was like, what, 87, they said?
Yeah, I was a baby.
So we weren't around for that, but I'm like, damn, he was really like that dude.
Oh, yeah, rock star.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
You didn't know that?
I mean, I wasn't born.
In my first ideas of fame as a child were Michael Jordan, Mike Tyson, Michael Jackson, and Eddie Murphy. Those are the 4 people that let me know.
Like,
that was those the Mikes and Eddie. That's how badass Eddie was. It was like a bunch of cool ass Mikes, and here comes Eddie as the 4th guy, because he was just like, I mean, gosh, he was on every big movie. Like I think the first big movie I remember like being like conscious of was Coming to America, but like I only see it on VHS. Like it never registered to me that like this was like a theatrical release. So like when I got older and then I got to realize, like this is the culmination of him getting popping. This isn't like my introduction. This was like his introduction.
Yeah, you came in after Beverly Hills.
Like Trading
Places,
all this stuff. So it's like that being my intro to Eddie was like, Then it made me go back and see like the stand-ups and the SNLs and the buckwheats and all that type of shit. I was like, oh my God. And Party All the Time with Rick James. Like, come on, son.
That's what I'm saying. It was before our time, so it's fair to not know.
Yeah.
But I kind of just wish I was alive for that.
Man, there's like certain people where like Oscars and money and accomplishments like could never define them.
I feel like this is a sneak peek towards he might hit us with that one Netflix special. I don't know who was gonna buy it.
That's exactly what I was gonna say. That was the thing
that's the teaser.
That I didn't. By the end of the doc, I'm like, this felt like this was just all a commercial for a stand-up special that's on its way.
He kept talking about all the stuff he's ran over the years. He's like, maybe one day.
I'm still writing.
So I'm like,
that announcement's coming.
I can't wait.
Yeah.
I want to see it. I'd be excited for that.
Can I be honest?
You don't want to see it?
I want to see it.
Oh, what are you gonna say?
I just know it's not gonna live up to my expectations.
The bar is so high.
The bar is so unbelievably high for Eddie Murphy.
So?
I'll enjoy it. Like, you kidding me?
He hasn't done stand-up since I think Delirious, right?
It's been a long time. I think Raw. I think Raw came after Delirious.
Guys, that's our age.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, I want to see it, but like, it's like following up The Chronic. Like, it's like it's a hard thing to do. You could do it, but like doing it after such a long layoff and
watch our faves fan out about for me to watch Dave Chappelle be like, yo, I was just happy to be in the room with Eddie. I'm like, I think it'd be phenomenal.
That's the cool part. All the voices they got in there, guessing Chappelle and whoever else, Seinfeld.
Yes.
Everyone is going to talk. Everyone's going to show up for that.
So when it comes to filmmaking, right? Like, is that the most fun part for you? Like, especially in the style of films that you make, where it's like, me personally, when I watch documentaries, I love that trailer where you're just seeing ba 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 coming soon.
They don't say anything.
They don't say nothing.
I do like that.
I'm like, this is about to be so lit.
That's because our attention's
well, this is the problem with the things I've been doing lately, because it's like, because I'm also a fan. Mm-hmm. So whether it's hoops, whether it's hip hop, so I'm thinking about it not just as a filmmaker, but also as a fan, is like, what do I want to see when I turn it on? Yeah. So sometimes I'm like, we should interview this person. I'm like, who's that? They're like, that's really important. I'm like, I don't know who that is.
Is he going to look on the trailer or not?
Is Chappelle available? Come on.
That's a fact. Like, I'm telling you, that is what sells every single culture documentary there is.
I like those, or the ones that start like really slow and then they give you the da 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 da
Oh yeah,
coming soon, and you're like ah.
You just hear like a faint sound effect or like something that you just hear like a catchphrase and it's like in the echo. It's like. And then like you see him like walking to a chair and it's like very slow-mo, and then it's like you just hear all these people talking, then you see like a clip from them when they were like super young. It's like, oh shit, they're doing this such and such on such and such. I love it.
I enjoy documentaries.
I watch all
so
of
much.
them.
What's your actual like favorite documentary, like whether growing up or recent, that you were like, you know what, I respect everything about this, like that was perfect to you?
I think there's two. Hoop Dreams, like that definitely changed the way I saw things. It's just like, you know, it's a masterpiece, but to be able to have that time to put into it, we're gonna follow these guys for however many years, 5 years, 8 years, however long it was, like to really watch the progression, and that's such an amazing way to be able to tell a story. You don't always have the luxury of time in that way. And there's another one by a director named Errol Morris called Fast, Cheap, and Out of Control.
Nice.
I haven't
Okay.
seen that.
I was about to say, put me on. What is that?
It's
Put it in my list.
Is that the fast fashion one?
No, it's like this just like beautiful cinematic thing. I remember seeing it in the theater, and it was shot by Robert Richardson, who's like Oliver Stone's DP. I mean, it's so beautiful. Wow. And it like follows three really different people. It's the weirdest. It's like a guy who's a topiary gardener who like cuts, you know, like a real life Edward Scissorhands, and then a scientist who studies hairless mole rats. Like these are things that you would never.
First of all, the poster for this is awesome.
Oh, that is fire! Yeah, that's so '90s right there.
Yeah, it's so '90s, but it's kind of unorthodox in the way it's made, the way it's shot, the way it feels, and I think that was also eye-opening to me to be like, oh right, a documentary doesn't have to be this dry PBS thing. There's a whole world out there of what we can do creatively with it.
Would you say that documentary inspired you the most as far as like into getting into filmmaking, or
no, probably the least.
Oh, okay. Which inspired you the most? It doesn't even have to be a documentary. Like what film like just inspired you the most?
Woof. A lot. I mean, I'm kind of all over the place.
Let's get all over the place.
So there's things like the old Pink Panther, Peter Sellers movies.
Okay.
But then there's also like Do the Right Thing and Juice were like big moments in my life. And then there's, you know, Naked Gun and Airplane and those types of
combination.
movies. So it's like, it's really all over.
Yeah. I love those Naked Gun movies, by the way.
Yeah.
The freaking OJ, man. He was hilarious. He was hilarious in those films, man. He was. Terrible.
Who knew?
Man, who knew? Exactly. That seems like the best way to ever end the O.J. Simpson concept.
Who knew?
Like, man, hell of a running back. Yeah, who knew? Perfect sentence to end every O.J.
That said, O.J. Made in America is
another great one.
Is probably the greatest doc
of
all time.
Definitely.
Realistically, like.
Oh my gosh, I still had nightmares about it.
That just reminds me of the Chappelle skit. Nicole Simpson can't rap. I want justice. I was like, that's valid points.
Classic. So one thing you don't know about us, Pete, is Rosie here is probably the biggest Nas fan that I know. Probably the biggest Nas fan I know.
Very big fan.
Could you tell Rosie a Nas story that will make her extremely jealous of you?
Okay.
Sure.
he's like sorting through them. Because how long were you guys filming?
We were filming for, I mean, it was a long time because it was like probably over the course of a year. Because a lot of it is just like waiting for phone calls from prison because Prince was incarcerated at the time, and so a lot of the story was being told through his voice. So I'm like waiting, just sitting by the phone, waiting for him to call and getting these like little 15-minute snippets. I don't have anything to worry about. I was with him recently, and like he was talking about being in the studio, working on this new project with Premiere.
Yeah.
And I'm like, any features on the album? He's like, I'm still figuring out. I'm like, You want me to hop on the train?
Such a mystery to that man.
And,
Like the bare minimum.
Needless to say, I'm not on that album.
I can't
It's coming out soon on the 12th.
Yeah, it's coming out
so.
this week. Yeah, this week. I can't wait for it, man.
I know. I'm excited for that.
He's incredible, man. You gotta tell him to hold us his seats for them that casino that they're building in Queens.
I
thought
he's building a casino.
Yeah.
So Jay-Z's
I
not
think
building the casino.
The Coens won the bid, so like he was in there with the Coens, and Queens got the money once again.
Queens
Congratulations
get the money
to him. Pete, I don't want to hold you too much longer, man. I know you're here with your daughter. You know what I'm saying?
Where did she go?
I think she's in the control room back
She's
there,
back there
hanging. Lots of toys. Said lots of toys, like she's like a 4-year-old. I'm thinking of my kid. My gosh, I'm always just so super. I'm super like envious of filmmakers, man. Like just the way, like whether you make music videos, whether you make documentaries, just like to be able to like tell story on film is just something I've always like admired. Like that's one talent I've always admired and always been like, man, I wish I could like do that. And,
You're
like,
built for the transition, journalism into filmmaking is like that is it.
Yeah. I mean, I'm trying to, gain my infinity stones on like, okay, one of these days, like I'm gonna get some information, have a little experience in all these places, so one day I could just like, bam, here it is.
Yeah.
But like, you went to NYU, you've studied this, you dedicated most of your life to this, and I feel like right now, there's so many people out there that are terrified of doing it right now because like AI is like scaring the crap out of people, right? Like you've seen this from the with your own eyes. I'm sure there's benefits to it. I'm sure there's drawbacks to it. As somebody who's still in this field and is entering in this sort of brave new world of artificial intelligence, like how would you sort of like what would you tell to like young filmmakers on how to, and even current filmmakers, and how to currently like navigate what we're about to go through right now?
I think AI is scary. I think as a documentary filmmaker, I feel safe and protected because we're telling real stories about real people.
Yeah.
If we're talking about writing a script and actors, like
tough.
AI, this is by no means co-signing it, but like it very will and could and likely could replace actors and whatever. I mean, I don't think it can still have the human emotion, but the documentary requires real people telling real stories. Yeah. And I don't want to see the AI version of you telling me your shit. I want to see you telling me.
Exactly.
So I think everyone should run to make documentaries. Tell real stories with real people. Yeah. And you can't be touched.
And I feel like we're seeing the sort of, not backlash, but we're seeing the reverberation of that now, right? Where it's like, like it's easy to make, but like you also need an audience for people to watch that type of stuff. Like making content with real people is always going to draw a real audience because they have an emotional attachment to it and a real human experience to it. So, man, that must make you feel good.
But also as a parent, right? Yeah. When you think about our kids and like, are they going to grow up in a world where they don't know what's real and what's not real? I don't know. That is something that keeps me up at night. I don't know if...
I think it'll be us. I think we'll be the ones that won't know what's real and what's not real. I think our kids will grow up with like...
I don't think so.
I think our kids will grow up with like that sixth sense of like, just like, just living with AI and just like having a better eye for it, for what's real and what's not, than probably we will.
I like that outlook.
You know what I mean? Like we're older. Like we know what life is like before all this. Like kids who kind of grow up in it probably will naturally assimilate.
That's true, because sometimes I'll be on Twitter and I'll see a video and I'm like, oh shit, and they're like, that's AI, and I'm like, how'd you know? I didn't even look that deep into it. I was just shocked.
There's certain things I look out for now, like especially like blurs really fast and fingers chewing. Lots of things. There's lots of little cues that you're like, not real.
But it's evolving so fast, right? You've seen like the evolution of Will Smith eating spaghetti video of like early AI.
Seen it a million times.
And you're like, okay, that got a lot better really fast. It's like
scary.
Yeah,
it's nuts.
Like exponentially fast. So if it keeps getting that much better, where does it go?
I want the happy medium with that technology. Like, I want to be able to like live like Tony Stark, right? Like, I want all the upgrades that I need, all right? But like, you know, robot to human, like let's stay right here. Right? Like, let's not get to the point where
I don't want no medium.
Where it's
I'm okay
iRobot.
with not having it.
Yeah. Nah, son.
Okay.
If I could get some like new chips that make me live into like 300 or something
All right,
like
here
that.
we go. You're eating it.
I can still jump like I'm 21 years old, like dunk behind my back. Like, why wouldn't I? Why wouldn't I, man? I pay for the upgrades if we can do it.
Oh my god.
Human upgrades.
I'm
but-
totally okay with living life out how it's supposed to be.
Nah, I feel it. I feel it. Pete, man, it's so great having you here, bro.
It's fun. I appreciate it.
This is really
Thank
fun.
you guys.
You are literally our first guest in our new sort of like setup. So like,
Look at us.
This is when I found out you was coming in town. I was like,
I
man.
was wondering. I'm like, is he gonna have us sit on the couch?
Nah, man. We're a serious organization right now.
I would have worn a turtleneck, man.
Listen.
Why did you tell me?
This is a turtleneck of function, all right? As much as I respect our guests, this was not to be dressed up. It is cold. It's a bitch in New Jersey. All right?
It's so cold.
It is
Get
dumb
cozy.
cold.
But Peter, thank you so much
Thank
for
you for
coming to
having me.
San
much.
Luis.
Appreciate it.
Rosie,
It's a lot of fun.
what we doing this week, man? You good?
We're
Good
good
weekend?
this week. It's
Yeah.
holidays coming up.
Man.
My birthday's next week.
Oh shit! Yeah. Rosie Day.
And that's it.
Thirsty
Nothing
folks, stay
going on.
out the DMs.
I don't even post enough for them to be in there.
That's fast. Last but not least, shout out to everybody tuning in to 7 p.m. in Brooklyn. Fantastic season we've been having so far. We got a brand new episode dropping this week with Method Man and J.R. Smith.
Together?
So funny enough, I'll tell you exactly what
separate?
happened. We were supposed to have.
Hold on.
So it was supposed to just be me, Mello, and Method Man, right?
Okay.
And, you know, I'm getting ready for the episode, and then all of a sudden I hear, "Yer," and then JR walks in, and we're all just sitting there, just having a
That
chat.
one friend that just
It
pull up.
It really felt like Family Matters energy, where it was like ding dong, and like
Yeah, like,
Waldo's at
what?
this. It was like, come hop on the mic, JR. So
Perfect.
nice mega episode there for Monday for you guys to check out, and we also got a big episode following that one that I can't even talk about yet, but it is done, and you know.
I'm more upset you didn't tell me about the Method Man one.
Yeah.
I told you about Method Man. He was going.
No, you didn't.
I didn't.
I would have
You weren't
made
in
my
town.
way downtown. Walking back.
You have an open invitation to come to Red Hook
You
whenever
would
you
have said
want.
Method Man. I would have walked to this. I would have started the night before walking to Brooklyn.
Well, he was great. He was great.
I'm sure
Shout
he
out to.
was.
Relax, woman. Shout out to everybody. Checking us out here. And again, thank you if you was checking us out on the live, on the bonus live on IG, on our YouTube. Appreciate you guys as always. Shout out to Marvin over here at Bravery Studios. And Rosie, take us home, champ.
You take us home. You're doing everything backwards.
That's why I'm telling you to take us home. I started as
Like
one,
we
so I'm
always
like,
do it this time. Stay free, stay safe, and
always say less. That's right, y'all. Catch y'all next time, people.